Hi there, I'm Nikki Gordon-Bloomfield from Transport Evolved, and today I'm going to be talking about Volkswagen's seemingly outrageous claim that it will be the world leader in electric vehicles by 2025, just 7.5 years away. Of course, for many years, the Volkswagen brand was known around the world for producing well-built, reliable cars that got the job done without breaking the bank. But in recent years, thanks to the Dieselgate scandal, something that Volkswagen has rightly got into trouble for, the company has become known for something else entirely: its lack of regard for the environment. And to its credit, or perhaps due to its need to survive, Volkswagen has at least been talking the talk when it comes to electric vehicles ever since, by promising a whole slew of new plug-in models that it says will hit the market in the near future. Vehicles which include next-generation battery technology, all-wheel drive, at least in many cases, and 350 kilowatt next-generation CCS quick charging. Oh, and decent long-range capabilities. So far, though, we've seen very little of actual production plans for those vehicles. Sure, Volkswagen is in the process of rolling out a mildly updated version of its e-Golf, complete with larger capacity lithium-ion battery pack, good for about 125 miles, 200 kilometers of range, but that's not what Volkswagen has been promising as the vehicle that will help it achieve market dominance. Yet still, Volkswagen states it will take on existing players in the electric vehicle world, including Tesla, BMW, Nissan, and others, and become the world leader in electric vehicles in just under 8 years. It's a notion repeated this week after a presentation on Sunday in which Herbert Diess, Volkswagen's brand chief, made the bold claim that anything Tesla can do, we can surpass. Now, I know what you're thinking, especially if the comments I've been seeing on many recent YouTube videos on this channel are anything to go by. Tesla, the almighty, all-seeing Tesla, is the only automaker that wants to even make electric vehicles, and everyone else is either a sellout or the devil incarnate. And yes, I'll agree that Tesla is certainly the leader when it comes to high-end, high-performance electric cars, and thanks to its unique place in the marketplace, an automaker that only makes electric cars, it's so much further ahead than much of the competition. But, and this is a big but, Tesla's focus thus far has been on building high-end, high-performance electric cars, not necessarily affordable mass-market models. Yes, the Tesla Model 3 is the car that Tesla hopes will help it make that transition, but even then, the Tesla Model 3 is going to be out of the reach of many car buyers. And affordable cars that automakers can both make cheaply and sell in vast volumes, are always the mainstay of any mainstream automotive portfolio. Sure, any automaker may produce high-end luxury models, either with the same badge as its more value-oriented brands or with a special one, but those are never going to be the models that make a difference between a profit and a loss. So let's assume for a second that Tesla will bring the Model 3 to market without any major delays, hitches, or launch hiccups. If it manages to pull this off, then there's a far straighter, easier road ahead for the California company. But in order to make a really big impact, it needs to produce a car that's even cheaper than Model 3, even more affordable, even more practical, even more accessible. And that, I think, is what Volkswagen hopes will trip Tesla up, giving it the chance to jump in and steal some of Tesla's thunder. If you're starting to fume right now and are reaching for the comment button, or perhaps even the thumbs down, please hold tight a second. I'm not here to take sides, and frankly, having driven plenty of electric Volkswagens over the years, and plenty of Teslas, I can attest that both cars have their merits. If you're categorizing range, speed, and charging convenience as being the marks of a good electric car, then you're right. There's nothing, and I mean nothing, that can beat a Tesla. But if your priorities are different, perhaps build quality, sticker price, and practicality, perhaps another car brand might make more sense. Yet all of this is, sadly, still hypothetical. Volkswagen might have many, many more years of production experience than Tesla, and it may know how to produce electric cars far more cheaply than Tesla, although Tesla's gigafactories and other in-house production programs make me severely doubt that. But right now, it isn't producing electric cars that can even come close to matching Tesla's in terms of range and performance, and it isn't producing electric cars that are so affordable everyone wants to buy one. Right now, those are the two obvious choices that face Volkswagen, but a third, perhaps the one that Volkswagen is more eager to explore, is bringing down the cost of building electric vehicles. As I alluded to in another recent video, electric cars are still way too expensive to produce for automakers to reap much of a profit from them. Indeed, GM has been freely admitting it's losing money on every Chevrolet Bolt it makes, and Tesla's losses, despite increasing sales and production figures, are just getting larger and larger. So if Volkswagen, which, by the way, has far more production capacity across the world than Tesla right now, could figure out a way to produce electric vehicles that mainstream buyers want to buy for less than Tesla can produce them, then ultimately it does stand a chance. Indeed, it already has one of the things that need it to help make that happen. It's a modular electric vehicle platform, a platform which has been underpinning several recent concept cars and is expected to underpin the next generation Volkswagen e-Golf when it launches in a few years' time. If it can make all of its cars using the same toolkit, there's a possibility, and I do mean a possibility, that Volkswagen could drive down costs dramatically. But there's still the small matter of battery packs, something which would require Volkswagen to build gigafactory-style facilities to produce enough batteries to power a fleet of new electric models, or have some pretty big deals. And that's something Tesla is way ahead of Volkswagen in, although I should note that in defense, Volkswagen claims to be in intensive negotiations to establish partnerships with battery cell manufacturers in both Europe and China right now. My take on this all? Part seems bravado on Volkswagen's part, and part does seem to be at least possible, but not given how lackluster Volkswagen has been to date on electric vehicles, or how expensive those vehicles have been. I should note here too that Volkswagen's goal of becoming a global leader in electric vehicles isn't just related to the Volkswagen car brand, but the entire Volkswagen AG group, which includes a total of 12 different brands from the automotive, trucking, and motorcycle worlds. And given Matthias Müller, Volkswagen AG CEO, said at the Volkswagen Group's annual general meeting this week that conventional engines will remain indispensable for the foreseeable future, I can't see Volkswagen managing to pull off this goal of being the leading electric automaker by 2025 because it's still going to be developing internal combustion engine vehicles. In fact, unless there's something Volkswagen knows that I don't, I'm going to call this one wishful thinking. And that saddens me, because I used to own a factory-built Volkswagen City Stromer from 1984. Admittedly, it was a vehicle produced in small volumes as part of a test program, but it was a factory-built electric vehicle. It did freeway speeds, it sat 5, it worked, and it was made by Volkswagen years before other automakers were taking electric vehicles seriously. Between now and then, the German brand appears to have really lost its way, and that's a shame because, save for its high sticker price and lackluster sales marketing, I think the Volkswagen e-Golf is a car which had the potential to take on the current generation Nissan Leaf. Had, not anymore. So what now? Is Volkswagen really going to pull a metaphorical Volkswagen rabbit out of the hat? Or is it just trash-talking the competition out of fear? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And of course, if you'd like to see more videos like this, why not contribute to my running costs via Patreon? I've left a link below and there's one at the end of the video. That's it. Thanks for joining me. I'll be back tomorrow with another episode of TEN, and until then, keep evolving.